was built on its entrepreneurial spirit. And that spirit is best demonstrated by none other than my friend Snoop Dogg. His is a tale of do-rags to riches. True. It's true. He's very proud of that. That's why I'm so happy to see Snoop sitting up here next to his former rival, Biggie Smalls, right here.
Big endorsement, kind of. Big change, though. Big 180, folks. Big 180. This week, Snoop Dogg now says he's got nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump. That's a huge change, folks. That's a huge change. You can remember back in 2017, he made a music video, like a rap video, where he was like appearing to shoot Donald Trump. Now, again, then that was easy, right? Your record label would love it. They gave you all sorts of free PR. You'd get all sorts of clicks on Instagram. The mainstream media and all the other leftists would make you a hero for doing it. But people are coming around. They see all the nonsense. They see all the lies. Okay? This was from an interview with The Times. Snoop says, literally, Donald Trump, and I quote, "He ain't done nothing wrong to me. He's only done great things for me." Snoop specifically talked about Trump pardoning the co-founder of his record label, Michael Harris. I mean, Trump did that when he was getting hated on. Not because of the likes. He pardoned a couple other guys like that. But, you know, Snoop was still hating on him before and afterwards. But he goes now specifically, he says, "So I have nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump." That's a huge change, folks. I mean, I feel like we're living in weird times. I guess Ben Shapiro has the #1 rap song on iTunes, and Snoop does a complete 180 and basically, I guess, like a de facto endorsement of Trump. Okay? That's like the biggest like endorsement without officially endorsing. Like, I didn't see that coming. I don't know that anyone did.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that you heard by now how Snoop Dogg is now coming out and saying that he has love and respect for Donald Trump. As you saw in the intro there with Don Jr. and the clips from before when they were basically being buds. And then what happened? Well, I'm going to talk about that in this video because it's several things. And I'm going to give you about 3 reasons why I feel this is the case. So let's go to this article here. This is from the Independent UK. The story goes, Snoop Dogg says he's now has nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump, and explains why. So it says here that Snoop Dogg, who, by the way, if you guys don't follow this channel or if you've been under a rock for, I don't know, 20 years, Snoop Dogg is a rapper, whoop-de-doo. But he is a LA rapper. He is well, he had time when he did gangster rap, more or less, and he is not a choir boy, let's put it that way. But to his defense, he doesn't have any felonies, so, I mean, at least as far as I know, he doesn't. So there is that. Snoop Dogg has explained why he has nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump in a surprising U-turn. The rapper made the comments in a new interview years after being embroiled in something of a feud with the former president, who is running for office again in 2024 U.S. election. Seemingly putting behind his days of trolling Trump behind him, Snoop told the Times on Sunday, January 28th, quote, "Donald Trump? He ain't done nothing wrong to me. He has done only great things for me," quote, and I'll throw in the word homie with that as well. The rapper then specifically referred to the time Trump pardoned Michael Harris, the co-founder of Snoop's first label, Death Row, who was in prison for drug offenses. He added, "So I have nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump." And so, look, I promise I give you 3 reasons why I think this is the case. Number 1, I think it's because he's telling the truth, right? He's just coming clean with what he's already known, okay? They were buds back in the day. 2, I think he is actually also seeing the climate change where the sentiment of Orange Man bad is becoming kind of ridiculous. And he sees that, and for many reasons, mainly because of the black community, mainly just because of the culture, maybe it's because of the indictments that have happened to Trump, and he realizes, hey, he's one of us. And thirdly, the pressures of the label are off of him. Because I think what Don Jr. said was accurate, that the record labels pushed this on him to do it to say negative things about Trump because everybody was doing it, and also seeing the Democrat Party and Biden in particular has totally messed up. And I think all that plays in there. And I'll throw in a fourth reason why I think, well, this isn't a fourth reason. This is my opinion. This is a perfect example of how grifting occurs. And see, Republicans, particularly black Republicans like myself, well, take that back. I'm no longer a Republican. I have since left that ship. I am a MAGA American. I support anyone who is for a America First agenda. And the Republican Party, by and large right now, is not that way. However, but black conservatives in particular are looked at as grifters. Why? Because people on the left, number one, they say, hey, well, there's got to be an anomaly as to why these people are going against their skin tone and speaking against the narrative, the woke narrative. They basically label these people as grifters. But more to the point, it's actually people like Snoop who are actually the grifters, because they're the ones who are basically doing whatever the label says, whatever the manager says, whatever some trend on Twitter, whatever social media is saying to do, whatever the culture is saying to do. They think, okay, let me get on board because this will give me some clicks and some likes and some engagement for that money. Well, at the end of the day, you can look foolish if it doesn't pan out in your direction, and obviously for Snoop it did not. So we did a clip or a short about 5 months ago. Take a look at this.
Well, for one, homie, throughout the 80s, we was taught to love him.
Yeah.
Come on, man, when you Google Donald Trump and hip hop, I think he's in over 300 rap songs, homie, from Jay-Z to Nas, Tupac to Jeezy, T.I., man, Rick Ross, man, everybody been rapping about him, homie. We grew up idolizing and admiring him, even when he had The Apprentice.
Yeah.
I mean, he had Lil Jon, he been partying with Russell Simmons and them, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent. So this man got a long legacy. It was propaganda, what they gave us. If you look at what he was trying to do for us, homie, he was really trying to do some massive historic for black people before he left office. But we wouldn't give him a chance.
He messed up.
Not smart at all.
And so Charleston White really nails this right here, because he takes the whole thing collectively and looks at it from a perspective of, hey, we loved Trump back in the 80s and the 90s before he ran for president. So what changed? And it was about propaganda. And that is what Snoop Dogg and many other these people, I'll say rappers just for the context of this video, fell for. And so another thing we can look at that may have been influential to Snoop Dogg, and I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier in terms of how the climate is changing, is the black voters in generally are abandoning Joe Biden. Let's take a look at this poll right here. This is from Georgia. This is from a few days ago, January 25th. This is from Newsweek. Black voters abandoning Joe Biden in Georgia poll. In case you don't know, Georgia is becoming blue and Atlanta is blue as you can make it. And Joe Biden is losing the support of the black voter. And we've talked about this on countless occasions of how important the black vote is for the Democrat Party. Joe Biden is losing the support of black voters in Georgia ahead of the 2024 presidential election. Georgia is a key swing state that could decide who wins November's race. In 2020, Biden flipped the state. I will skip over that. Key to Biden's potential endurance in the state is the black vote. In 2020, he won 88% of this demographic, but last week an Atlanta Journal-Constitution poll showed that 58.6% of black Georgians said they would support Biden, while 20.4% said they would support Trump. 10% of black Georgians said they do not plan to vote in 2024. And I've said this before, that it doesn't really matter if they vote for Trump or not. If black people don't vote at all, that's a problem. If black people vote for a libertarian candidate, that's a problem. If black people decide to vote for Trump, that is a huge problem. But it doesn't matter. It all washes out the same, because even still, Democrats need the black vote at a huge number, particularly black women, to win a national election. Now, with the open borders happening, this will change in about 8 years. It won't matter anymore, because black people would have been kicked to the back of the bus for illegal immigrants. And it is what it is. But for now, this is where we stand. And so what do you think about this? We think about Snoop Dogg, who at one point was his boy. To being like some grifter, anti-Trump, TDS, Orange Man Bad weirdo, to now being on board. Oh yeah, homie, he was cool, my jizzle, because he hooked up my homeboy and he pardoned my guy and all this stuff, and nothing but love, nothing but love. What are your thoughts? Comment below. I would love to know what you think. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.